guys, it's Brianna, and today I'm finally going to be filming the cut crease look that I did on prom night. I know you guys are so excited for this video. I'm sorry if I missed your prom, but I am finally recording it. It's been so busy ever since prom has ended, but I finally get around to doing this video for you guys. I've been waiting for the right chance to film. Oops. I am breaking out currently, which is terrible. So I've already got my brows on. If you'd like to see how I do my brows, I'll have an updated brow routine linked down below so you can watch that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start by using some foundation primer, and this is the one by Mary Kay, as always. Very nice. And I'm just putting this all over my face. Once I am done with that, I am going to go in with some foundation. I'm going to try to make this as close to how I did my makeup on prom night as possible, because I know it's kind of hard to replicate things, but like I said, I am going to try my best. I'm going to be taking a flat top brush, and it just looks like this. And I'm going to be using my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup, and this is in the shade Warm Caramel Beige W7. I'm going to go in with two different concealers for my under eye and as well to highlight. Okay guys, I'm sorry about that. My boyfriend called. He got worried about me because I totally forgot to text him when I got home from school. He always makes me text him to make sure I'm okay. And someone commented and asked under our video together if we're still together. Yeah, we are still together. It's just where we have really hectic schedules, so it's hard to film together. So yeah, I just put this Ulta full coverage concealer, and it is waterproof under all of my eyes as well as on the bridge of my nose, under my eyebrows, and everywhere else that I need to highlight. And this is in the shade Tan Warm. And then I'm going to go in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade Sand. I'm going to be taking a tapered brush like this one, and I'm going to be putting a little bit on this and just going underneath my eyes. I like to blend these two together because they give like maximum coverage, and it's just really pretty. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and take my Coty Airspun powder, and I'm just going to set my under eyes to make sure that, you know, that's not going anywhere. And then I'm also going to be doing my nose because my nose gets really, really oily. Like, I'm talking really oily. Now we're just going to get into eyes. So I've got this self-made palette, and I have 3 shades from Coastal Scents. And I'm going to be going in with a thick crease brush, looks like this. And I'm going to be taking the shade Oktoberfest by Coastal Scents. And it just looks like this, and I'm going to be applying this into my crease. And I'm actually going to zoom you guys in a little bit so that you guys can know what's going on here. Ba-bam! And I'm just going to be putting this right in my crease. Now I'm going to go in with a more concentrated crease brush. This one is actually by Ulta, and it just looks like this. And I'm going to take the shade Barista by Coastal Scents, and I'm going to be applying that more concentrated into my crease. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to be doing is creating our cut crease. So all you're going to need is some sort of brush that you actually trust to do your cut crease with. I'm going to use this one since I already used this for my concealer for under my eyebrows, and I know it looks a little dirty, but I use concealer with it. I am going to be using that same Ulta Full Coverage Concealer, the waterproof one. I'm picking up that much concealer on my brush, and I'm going to go in and just start at the very base here and go in. And it's always good to go less than more, because you don't want to go too high and then, you know, you can't go back really. Alrighty, so I think that's as high as I'm going to go now. And I'm just going to be taking some more concealer to kind of fill it in and make it a little more opaque. And then I'm actually going to extend this out into a wing like that. So to set it, I'm just going to be going in with a fluffy brush. This one is by Wet n Wild. Looks like that. And I'm going to be taking the lightest color of the Carly Bible palette, which is this one. And I'm going to be setting with that. Alright guys, so I finished both sides finally. So for my glitter primer, I'm using the NYX glitter primer, and then for my glitter I'm using, it's called Starstruck Silver, and this is by the brand bulkglitters.com. This is not sponsored by them. I did buy that myself. I did buy everything here myself. I'm just going to be putting a little bit of my glitter glue out onto any surface, really doesn't matter. And I'm going to be taking a thin brush like this one, and this is what I'm going to use to line my crease with the NYX glitter glue. And to go in with my glitter, I'm going to be using this brush, and it's just like a really thin brush, and this is going to just help apply the glitter a little bit better. So I'm picking up some of my glitter glue. I only use a little bit on the brush at a time because I don't want to like mess up or anything, so I'm literally using a smidge. And I'm going to go in. Can you guys see? I hope so. And I'm going in here. And I'm going to start at the very corner and just draw a line going upward. Then I'm taking my brush and dipping into the glitter. Putting that right onto the glitter glue. And do not worry, this is going to get messy. You're going to just clean it up at the very end. And if you do try this at home, please use cosmetic grade glitter. This is not toxic. The glitter glue is also not toxic, and it's meant for cosmetic purposes. Don't just use some craft glitter out of your drawer because that will not end well. So once you have your wing, I am actually going to be taking a thin brush like this one, and I'm just going to be dusting off the excess glitter. Right. So once you're done with one eye, this is what it's pretty much going to look like. Of course, we have to do our wings still and everything. So that is one eye complete. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and I will be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so I have finished both eyes, and this is what they look like. Just, you know, look like that. Alrighty, and now we're going to be moving on back to the face, so I'm just going to zoom you guys out again just a little bit. And to dust off my bake, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild fluffy brush. And this is also going to dust off any excess glitter that may have fallen. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be going back into eyes just for a tad bit. And I'm going to be taking this black liner and lining my waterline. Alright, so once my waterline is lined, I'm going to be taking that same little brush, and I'm going back in with, this time, Oktoberfest. And I'm going to be putting this right under my eye just to smoke out the look a little bit. So I'm going to be going in with some highlight. And for my highlight, I'm using the Carly Bible palette, as always. And I'm taking a fan brush because I don't want this to be too harsh. And I'm going to go in and mix these two middle colors together because that always gives me the best highlight shade. And I'm just going to go in and dust that on the areas I want to highlight, like my cheekbones and temples, as well as chin, nose, a little bit above and below the eyebrows. And I'm just going to go in and add a little highlight on there, as well as on the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow. And for lashes, I'm using my Duo eyelash adhesive glue. And for prom, I believe I used the Kiss number 11 lashes. Oh no! Our liner. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll get right back to you guys. Okay guys, so I know this looks crazy right now, but I just did my liner, and I put my lashes on, as you can see. So I just put my lashes on, and I'm just gonna let those dry a little bit, and then I'll do mascara, and I'll, fix them up a little bit. But for my lips, I used this NYX pencil, and this is a NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Downtown Beauty. So it's just a brown shade, and I line my lips with this. Once I'm done with that, I'm taking the Revlon lip gloss, and this is in Sandstorm. And it just looks like this. Really, really pretty, cute packaging, blah, blah, blah. And this is just a really pretty lip gloss, and I just put this over everything and kind of blend it as I go. But yeah, I just feel like this is a really awesome lip combo, and it just makes your look like pop. I don't know why, but it just does. But this is my prom look, guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. I know I finally filmed it for you. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look, and please give this video a big thumbs up. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye. I just landed in another atmosphere. I'm just floating in the same still sphere.